Have ever been broken up with, this film will heal your heart. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. Today I'm discussing the Broken Hearts Gallery, and of course, if you guys are new here, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, where I do tons of movie reviews, rankings, and reactions over here on a daily basis, as well as comment down below and let me know your guys' thoughts. Are you guys excited for this one? Are you not? Let me tell you, if you're a romantic comedy fan like me, you should. Romantic comedies are kind of my guilty pleasure. They're my bread and butter. I appreciate these films for what they are and how much fun they can possibly be. When they're done good, they're done good. When they're done bad, they're done bad. But at the same time, you can always have a nice little smile throughout them. And Broken Hearts Gallery provides more than just a smile, but actually a warm, fuzzy feeling, a charming feeling, and then at the same time, a special momentum. And I think a lot of that goes down to the performances in here, which we will get to. But the Broken Hearts Gallery is about after a breakup, a young woman decides to start a gallery where people can leave trinkets from past relationships. This is a really interesting concept, and nonetheless, I wish someone in real life would do this. Maybe someone actually is. But I think this is something that would actually help people move on, because a lot of the time we latch on to the past. A lot of the time we latch on to certain elements of that nature, and I think those elements are things that we need to push past ourselves, and I think this film will actually help people maybe move past certain elements that are maybe hindering them in their past lives, and maybe even past relationships that they had. Because honestly, if you haven't been there yet, one day you will. We all fall in love at one point in time in our lives, and we're all held back at one point in time in our lives from a breakup. But I love what this does, because when your heart's broken, it doesn't have to just be from a significant other. It can be from a family member, a friend. It's all important to us in the way that we kind of latch onto those memories and how we just want them to come back. Also know that we need to move on with our future, and I like how this film has a great message for that, especially when it comes down between our two main characters, and in different times of their lives, you see the different elements that they're going about, and it's not even just them. They do a really good job of touching on each and every character throughout this story who has a different particular element that play around in the Broken Hearts Gallery. Melinda, who was a big showstopper a couple years ago in some of the comedies that we've seen her in, she is excellent in here, and I really hope that this is finally the film to really push her up for the forefront, because this girl deserves so much work when it comes to Hollywood. She is such a charming, charismatic, hilarious, and at the same time sweet and sincere actress that I love seeing every single time she's on screen, and her chemistry with Zachary Montgomery is excellent. I love Zachary Montgomery. I think he's a very underrated actor, and I actually think, like, the performances I've seen from him, I need more of this guy. But both of them interacting together, both of them being very up-and-coming stars who are very underrated in Hollywood right now, for such a perfect relationship in here, and I love seeing them bond. I love seeing them interact with one another, and I could have seen it for a whole nother hour or two. Even though I do think the film's a little bit long, I wish I could have seen progressively where this relationship went, and in general, where the story ends. I kind of would want a sequel, because I love where it all ended at, and I thought it was sweet and sincere once again. It doesn't stop with the performances, because the side cast is excellent. Molly Gordon and Philippa Sue, great. Love them in here. I thought they stole a lot of the big jokes in here, and especially had some laughs in here that just could not make me stop. I absolutely adored them all. Really, overall, the whole cast in here is excellently well acted, and I love what the director Natalie Krinsky was able to get out of all these excellent actresses and actors in here, because again, they really won me over with this concept, because again, this is a romantic comedy. It's gonna follow the same template, and I was really hoping it wasn't going to, but even though it did, it still wins me over, and I think that's what a comedy can do. While yes, this film is predictable, yes, it does go through that roller coaster ride, it is exciting to see where these characters end up, and a romantic comedy like this can really much impress me when it goes about that. It makes me adore this film to pieces. I loved so many different moments in here. I laughed. I had tears in my eyes, and at the same time, I just had a giant smile on my face. I really want to see this film again, and I think this film is going to speak to many different people. Honestly, even throw this out, I think this is going to be one of the more underrated films from 2020s because of everything going on. It's only going into theaters, and I think many people are going to pick this up later down the road, and they really shouldn't, because they're missing out right now. Broken Hearts Gallery is very charming. It's sincere, it's sweet with its message, and it's excellently acted by every single star in here. Every single person really gives such a show-stopping performance. Chemistry between our two main characters are absolutely just darling. The direction is really good in here. The film has some really cool shots as well, which I was not expecting from a romantic comedy. Sometimes it's just a typical comedy that you see, and you know, there's not those cinematography shots that really blow you away, but some really do in here. And I love the way that they told the story. Again, it is a romantic roller coaster. It's gonna feel a little bit repetitive at times, and maybe even will hold up the pacing a bit. For me, I'm not gonna flack it on that because I like the parody and the message told within inside this story. I will say it is too predictable though, and I wish it wasn't. I'm waiting for a romantic comedy that's not going to be predictable. Maybe one day it's going to happen, but the Broken Hearts Gallery did win over my heart, and it's kind of healed it in many different ways. So with all that said, I'm going to give the Broken Hearts Gallery a B+. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on this. You guys are seriously all the best. If you guys are new here again, make sure to head on over to Sandwich on Films on how to see films early. Hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, just a big thank you to you and a big thank you to my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts about this one. What is your favorite romantic comedy? Let me know down below in the comment section. And of course, until next time, stay classy.